Okay, beautiful. Do you want to introduce yourself, brother?
Hey guys, I'm Jody. I've got two essays, both in Watford. They're both doing really well. That's pretty much me.
Simple as that. It makes it sound so easy. Okay, sweet. So, what was you doing before property?
I run cocktail bars in central London. I still do. I've been a bartender for 6 years now, 7 years maybe. So yeah, that's kind of all I've ever done. And now I do property on the side and hopefully I'm out of cocktail bartending.
Beautiful. And what was your motivation? Cocktail bar sounds quite glamorous. Do you enjoy that?
It's fun, but it started out as a young man's job, like kind of fresh out of uni, or fresh in uni still. So I was like, that is some stable income. I always kind of wanted to get into property. I heavily invested pretty much all my money into the stock market before that. So I've heavily always been on investing, and property is just, classic bricks and mortars. So you can't go wrong with it really.
Sure. And what was your journey like from sort of no experience to, getting your first deal?
This is a little bit of an interesting one. So I started in January or February, I think it was February. And what happened was you go through the course, you did a typical, you kind of go through 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you stall a little bit at the start, getting the viewings done. And then I decided, like a click in my head just went, and I started doing 20, 30, 40 viewings a week to really get that first viewing, the first deal done. And then it was actually, I think, a week after the first Derby event that the first deal came through.
Beautiful. And that was Derby Discovery Day.
Yeah.
Sort of this time last year.
Mm-hmm. I was on that side when I was speaking.
Yeah, literally. So, what clicked for you?
I think I just realised in myself that I wasn't getting the job done as I knew I could get it done. One viewing this week, one viewing next week, 2 viewings the week after is not 100% effort if anyone's going to be honest with themselves. So I decided I had something to prove to myself before I got to the end of the 3 months, because it was the 90-day course.
Yeah.
And I had to get it done at that point.
How did you get that amount? Who wants to know how you managed to get like 20 viewings a week and that? I want to know that. How did you do
that? So I'm quite strict. I only really go direct to vendor. At some point I will branch out to agents because they are incredible to build relationships, but I seriously just sit in bed, open rent and spam every single landlord that's on there in the area.
How many messages might you do in one session?
100. Depends on how many landlords are in Watford. However many there are.
Do you run out of landlords?
I run out of landlords. I've been banned from open rent multiple times and had to set up new accounts. I've questioned my own insanity sometimes when I'm getting banned and getting no responses, and then I create a new account and I get a bunch of responses again. So yeah, it is kind of just it's just a resistance to it that you need to kind of bring.
Where does that come from?
Where does it come from? I don't know. I kind of just got it built in me. I guess it's part of my genes. I don't let it go.
So when you was like learning that, so do you can physically do the cocktails as well, can you?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Do you know like every cocktail like imaginable and how to make it? Is that your character?
Yeah, that's kind of my character. I mean, there was a point yesterday where the woman on the bar was getting quite frustrated. I thought I might give her a hand for a little bit, but then again, I've come here to network, so I thought a drink in my hand is probably a little bit better.
So, do you measure this level of work, or is it, are you measuring it? Are you saying, right, I want to do X, or are you measuring the results? Do you have a spreadsheet, or is it just in your head?
The more I've done it, the more I've kind of noted exactly what I'm doing so I can replicate it. Because what I've realised is I did my last deal back last May is when I got the keys. And it took me another 6 months to get another one. So I'd put most of my cash and tied it all up into the first deal. So I wasn't actively going out there doing viewings again. So you lose the spark and you lose the method in which how you're talking to landlords. So it's good from this point on that I measure what I'm doing so I can just kind of pick it back up again if that is ever to happen again. So from a couple months ago, I've just been documenting everything I do.
You finding this useful? Sweet. And we'll come to some questions in a moment. Can you hear at the back? Okay, sweet. Just a tiny bit closer to the mic, please, Joe, because it's great value. What do you say on open? What's your script? Like, what does it look like?
So on the side, I have my notes page open. I'll write, "Hi, your property looks great. Can we arrange a phone call?" And I just copy and paste that to every single landlord. So it makes it nice and quick and easy. I don't have to type a different thing. I don't have to look through the pictures. Half of them I don't even look through the pictures. I'll be honest. I need to get a yes, and then I'll analyse the deal afterwards, because I'm just wasting time at that point. So, just if there's a landlord on there, I can offer him something, and then after I'll be like, you know what, maybe your property doesn't actually work for me, but they might have something else. So even if that one doesn't work, at least you've made the contact.
Okay, can everybody write that simple message, put it in their notes, and copy and paste it to a shitload of landlords every day? Is there anybody here that hasn't got that in the bag? Anybody? Right.
Clinton, you don't have it in the bag.
Beautiful. Yeah, no, Clinton, you're a beast. There's no doubt about it. So, no, interesting to see that approach. So, work rate there, consistently doing it, not overthinking it, disqualified what he doesn't want to do, which in your case was letting agents. Quite a lot of learning points there, and we'll do it. So where do you want to be at the Super Conference 2025, mate?
I literally just said to my partner, we need to figure some goals for that exact date so that we can come back and share the story again. When at the Super Conference, when I last said this, I said I wanted to be out of my job at May. It is, while it's a possibility, like if I got to May, I can quit at this stage, which is nice. If I do it, it's a different decision. Come the Super Conference is a time where I definitely want to be out so I can focus full time on this. Because I'm getting to a stage where being at work, where it's good to have the security of money coming in, but it's coming at a price of opportunity cost. I can't get out there and do as many viewings as I want. I can't, focus on my guests if I need to. If I'm tied up at work, I mean, I work nights, so if I need to go bring some guests some towels, I can't do that currently. So being at work at the minute is really tying up, so that's going to be.
How much more money would you need to generate a month for you to take that leap?
Well, personally, I think I'm only one deal away from first class. So we roughly bring in about 75k per year revenue. So I think one more deal in London should get us over the mark, and then from that point on, I'll roughly be confident to make the step.
So this close, really. One thing I will say about you, which I think we can all learn from, is you've consistently turned up now for over a year. You was at the Super Conference, you're here today, you came to the event last April, which guarantees results. And I always want to commit to people that commit to it.
Yeah, I think based on that, there's no reason anyone can really commit. I'll share a little kind of snippet of the past year. So I going back to kind of August, I run a very, very, very busy cocktail bar right next to London Bridge, so everyone can imagine how busy that is. I then got a promotion to another site in Tower Bridge and crashed my car a week before that. So all of my viewings were done through my car. That's how I was doing 20 viewings a week. Things like that. I had a car, I had transportation. It became a lot harder after that. But if you can still go through that and have a whole new team to manage and a whole new site to manage in central London and have your property business in Watford and doing night shifts, then there's a lot of other things that are possible that you might just need a mindset switch in to make possible.
100%. I mean, as I say, I definitely think you can do it.
Oh yeah. There's no doubt about it.
And you can do it quick. You can do it really quick. So I think, once again, it's just plugging you back into the community.
Yeah, 100%.
You guys need to hit me up whenever you need to. We need to get you out of work. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And when we do that, we'll all celebrate, right? All right, make some noise for Jody and partner as well.